Whispers gather, conservative minds debate the future. From tax cuts to border walls, strategies clash like a political rally. Frustration brews in the chambers. As always, meet new challenges. Dissenting voices rise up, seeking unity, but finding divides. We stand strong, we stand tall. In this party, our spirit will not fall. Though the path is rocky and long, we march forward with hearts full of song. Policies debated, votes cast in the shadow.
All right, and here we are for Rebel Republic, the best political talk show in all of Massachusetts and all of New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine, Delaware, Rhode Island, New York, New Jersey. It doesn't matter. You're either with us or you're against us. And with me,
you got a breath
to the left, Frank Cristiano, the voice of reason himself.
You done any cardio lately?
I do a lot of cardio.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, can imagine.
I'm trying to sound menacing.
It doesn't sound menacing at all.
Okay.
Sounds gay.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's we're off to a good start then. That's exactly what we wanted. We're going for the gayness.
Yes.
And then Coach Schumann, he's ready. He just says, let's go. He's ready to go. We had a very tragic weekend. A lot of incidents, a lot of shootings. It just blows my mind that all this happens. And I would say the Brown incident is most baffling because of the lack of video surveillance in the building. And they thought they had the shooter. Turns out that they didn't. And they are still on a manhunt trying to find the shooter who opened fire. So with President Trump, he said he was deeply saddened by it. There were, I believe, 9 people that were injured by it. And, they were trying to track down and retrace the gunman's steps and, kind of show where the location of the shooting was in relation to the surveillance that actually captured the man. He was dressed in all black. He was found at an intersection, but that was the only camera that happened. And the shooting occurred inside a classroom in an engineering building around 4 p.m. Saturday. And there were the 2 students killed, 9 were wounded. They had video surveillance released by the police. The gunman was seen leaving the building on foot. They did arrest someone, and then they ended up releasing him. Frank, what are your thoughts on this situation?
It's confounding. Number one, it looks like there's a department and other people who were in charge who would probably have never done an investigation or a lockdown in their lives. No. I mean, it just looked like total chaos for a while. There were no reports coming out. Then when they did have reports, they didn't want to release anything right away.
No, they can't.
Then when they were grilled by media, as far as how come there are no cameras? The only initial video they had was a gentleman walking away from a camera.
Right.
All you saw was his back.
Right.
Basically, you couldn't identify anything. I don't even know how they picked up this guy who was 17 miles away in a hotel. They had some insider information. Someone gave them some information on a possible suspect. They went down to the hotel, grabbed him. The guy had a gun on him. He was an army. He was in the army. I don't know if he was honorably discharged or not, but said he had mental issues. They were building him up, and all of a sudden, 6 hours later, like, this isn't our guy. Then they come up with another set of videos. Here's the next set of videos, the best ones we have. It's some, I don't know, 5'9" fat dude with a mask on, like a black surgical mask, and then a hoodie over his head, and he's walking around looking suspiciously at a couple of maybe homes or residences nearby there, and then just turned around, saw someone, turned around, started walking away calmly. That's what they're going on. This manhunt will be forever.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean,
Is it the Bondi one or the brown one?
no, this is the brown one. Yeah, the Bondi one. It was very simple to find those. It was two radical Muslims on top of a bridge shooting the shit out of everybody. They could find those too easy. The brown one. First of all, no cameras. It's an old building. Okay, listen, I got old buildings everywhere. The commercial. I put cameras. We want to be able to see what's going on. That would be a. And I was listening to a security expert on television today. And he was saying realistically, most of these colleges don't want cameras. The outdoor cameras are found. They don't want cameras inside their buildings because they don't want you to see you either how they're teaching class or coordinating students or whatever.
Yeah.
So
they worry about a planned attack if you can see inside.
Well, no, I don't even know if it's a planned attack. I think they just worry about what they're conducting as instructors in their colleges, and they don't want people to be able to get that view of what they're doing. Maybe they're not comfortable doing. But bottom line, they have no video surveillance whatsoever. There's nothing. What's going to happen now is the investigation is going to expand into Ring doorbells, probably through cameras, by all the walking streets from where the event happened, where the shooting happened. You're going to see them try to open up more and more venues to be able to look at cameras to see if they can get a better shot of anybody coming out of there. But I mean, if that was the guy, I mean, he's a little pudgy, overweight guy. I don't know if they could consider that the suspect. Could be. I'm not saying it's not, but I don't know. It makes no sense.
No,
this has been
it doesn't.
It's a totally confusing. And the sad thing is, there's a couple kids that are dead. I mean, that's the terrible thing. How about you send your kid away? I got my kids in college. He's a freshman. When you say send your kid away to college, learn that, and all of a sudden they come back in a coffin. I mean, how tragic and horrible that is for the families that are involved. It's just gut wrenching, And you have others that are injured, and who knows what's going to happen afterwards as far as mental counseling for these kids. And then there are some people in there. There's one guy they interviewed. He's a TA. He was like a 20-year-old or a 21-year-old, and he said he was face to face with the shooter.
Yeah.
Well, there's no description. You couldn't sketch something up. They can't get an idea.
Anything.
Right. So they can't get an idea what the guy looks like off of this. He said he was face to face with him. Then he turned around and jumped to the side, and the guy started shooting the other direction. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff just doesn't make sense right now as to what's happening. No, and there is no sense to be made off of a shooting like this. It's nonsensical. But stuff is not 2 and 2 does not equal 4 right now.
No, and the Rhode Island Attorney General had a very tense exchange with reporters Sunday when they were questioned about having enough cameras at Brown University.
Yeah.
And he said he blamed it on it being an old building.
Great.
That was his thing.
That was like when Trump got shot at Butler, Pennsylvania. And the head of Secret Service said, well, we couldn't get our agents up there because the roof was a little slant. It was sloped. It was dangerous. It was a hazard for our guys to get up there because it was a sloped roof.
Right.
That's the same kind of answer. It makes no sense.
Dave, what are your thoughts on this?
I think overall, this is a crazy situation. I mean, it's confounded. The Bondi thing, it was a targeted attack. Apparently Brown was too. Surrounded around Hanukkah. I saw Patrick Bet-David say it best today. The guy who stopped the one shooter at Bondi was also Islamic. And,
yes.
And so, but Patrick Bet-David said, I thought this was interesting because he's from, he grew up in Iran originally. Before his parents left because of the shah got kicked out or whatever. I don't know. Shaver, I don't know. I can't think of the guy who was took over for Iran back then. But anyway, but he said it best. He said the issue is the 90% of the Islamics who are peaceful. The problem is that the 10% that are not cause so much havoc that it creates a problem for the whole entire world. So that's the situation we're in, and I do believe that, and the people who are so radical, they're so willing to do every crazy thing there is possible to
without thinking twice.
Yeah, because they're working for their higher power, which is that they're going to have 7 bras. I don't know that whole scenario thing. They martyr themselves, and I think that that's a very difficult thing. Now, what's happened because of that is countries are infiltrated, like Australia, the United States, all of Europe, um, where they've allowed immigration of a large number of groups of people without knowing whether they are harmless or
Yeah,
harmful,
they
and
just let
that's
them
the
in.
problem. So that's Biden. I saw a great thing under Biden administration. Um, the number of Social Security numbers that were handed out to immigrants. Yes, to migrants or whatever. I don't know. Was so high. It was like it went from like under Obama of like 100,000 a year to by the end of the Biden administration it was over 2 million. I mean,
It's
that's crazy.
insane.
That's insane.
Absolutely insane. Absolutely
It's
insane.
so and by the way, we're not the only ones that this has happened to. Australia, obviously, which used to be one of the most conservative countries in the world, has gone radically leftist, and they've had they don't have control over these immigrant populations, lack of assimilation.
They don't want to. They don't want to assimilate, like you said.
Well, cool. Why would you want to assimilate if your whole objective is to take over that country
Yeah.
and push out the people that you think should not be there anymore, or whoever those people are? And that's the problem, and that's what's going on in Europe. It's basically uncontrollable in Europe, most parts of Europe. But United States, some of the countries like the United States or even Australia, like you could enact some things now before it gets crazy that would slow that not only that migration down, but it would get us to be able to understand who some of these people are. You know what I mean? Like
And
we
deter
need to
them
know who
from.
some of these people are. Like I hate that we have to go and do something like this, but like we do need to know who some of these people are. Like we can't just have shootings at a
Yeah,
university
it's
all the
safety.
time. And there, by the way, there are also like there are people that do these shootings who are not Islamic. I get it, but we're having such a large amount of issues with that part of the population at an extreme level over and over again for being such a small minority of the country that there's a problem. That's the way I look at it. People want to say everything's Islamophobic. It's the same thing. Like everything's racist, everything's Islamophobic, everything is
They force
misogynist.
you. They force you to not say anything.
Sexuality.
They force you to not say anything. Be silent, and that's when stuff goes down. My theory is this. My theory is, and I heard something mentioned this morning on one section of it. Is Iran right now was paralyzed by the bombings at their nuclear development facility. Was also handcuffed by the rest of the Arab nations, realistically squeezing Iran and not supporting them during that attack. So they had money has been refrozen. A lot of stuff. Iran can't do business now with the rest of the world. So my theory is, I think these are sleeper cells that are just being activated. There's one today in Los Angeles. The FBI just uncovered 4 radical Islamic terrorists who are going to plant bombs at the New Year's Eve celebration in Los Angeles, in downtown LA. So that's been foiled. We've seen what's happened, and you're going to talk about it, but what's happened in Australia. That's a father and son duo. What a great outing to take your son and, hey kid, let's go shoot some people up. And not just people, Jews. Let's go shoot some Jews up. That's a specific attack right there. You're looking at other small infractions around the world right now, where in Paris, New Year's Eve celebrations have been canceled.
They canceled
New Year's Eve celebrations because of the threat of Islamic terrorism in that city and in that country. So I just think right now the chips are being called in. These are all sleeper cells that have been here 2, 3, 5, 10, 15 years, and they're just now being activated around the world. So you're not just going to see one or two, you're going to see multiple. It's going to increase.
That somebody had mentioned to me, do you think it could have been a coordinated attack?
No.
By the Muslims? Is there a leader behind it that's coordinating?
Well, yeah, I'm going to say yes and no. So leader behind it is not a centralized leader.
Like an Obama, Bin Laden.
No. Because the leader behind this is Muhammad.
Yeah.
The leader behind this is the radical section of the Quran.
Right.
So that is the leader behind it. And now the interpretation has been taken to multiple extremes by many of the mullahs, many of the people who they consider themselves prophets. And then they preach this online. Mostly listen, the guy that shot 2 National Guardsmen, I mean, he drove 3,000 miles to do this. Why? I think he was activated. It's a sleeper cell. He was radicalized. He had a friend who he had connections with down in Texas, and that guy was going to create a terroristic event. They stopped him, thank God. I think he's been activated. He's been radicalized. They're here in the country for a while, and they flip a switch, and all of a sudden they're ready to go and do damage.
So it's a bunch of Manchurian candidates.
I think that's what's happening in the long run. These people, listen. They'll work for 10 grand. Send my family 10 grand. Take care of them when I'm dead. Give them a martyr's bonus, which they do, and I'll die and go to heaven. And I'm with the God that I praise every day, 5 times a day.
Right.
No, that's it.
Right. So Dave, the Australia shooting was obviously targeted at Jews. It was a father-son duo who went after them with these. Pretty much muskets, rifles, and
hunting rifles, shotguns. I mean, basically, that's Australia has really strict gun laws. You're not going to see any semi-autos or AKs or anything like that out there.
And Frank and I were talking.
One guy had an AK. The other guy had a handgun.
Who's that?
I saw the video.
He said one of them had an AK.
No. I honestly, I think it was a hunting rifle with a scope, and then the father had it looked like a shotgun. It looked like a shotgun. Because people were actually standing in front of this guy like 50 feet away, and were like, "Fuck you!"
Yeah.
And then the guy he hit with a shotgun, but the blast scattered so much because it's just bird shot, basically, whatever the hell he's got, So I don't think it was very. Maybe he had a pistol. I didn't see the pistol, but. Their laws are so strict. But here's the thing: the laws are so strict. The son has been part of an Islamic group in Australia that is sort of a radicalized group, and they have 6 legal firearms registered to them over the years. No problems.
No.
So where's the in-depth investigation on that to try to find out why we should give out 6 weapons to this son duo, I guess. That radical thoughts.
Yeah, and Dave, we were talking. It took the police 35 minutes to respond, and you hear siren after siren after siren, and no one comes. Nobody comes.
It was the biggest. Now understand. Australia does not have this kind of problem that we do with gun violence. They don't. So I understand that they're new to it. So there's going to be a little bit of confusion, maybe. There's going to be a little bit of apprehension to do things. But bottom line, if you're an officer of the law, or if you're a military personnel, there's gunfire. You get called in, don't you rush right to pull out your weapon and try to silence the oppressor? That nothing of that happened. So on the bridge, father-son goes on the bridge. Then the father comes down off of the bridge. He starts shooting in a park. The son's on the bridge and he's shooting at the beach because there's a Hanukkah celebration, first day of Hanukkah.
Right.
And he's pegging people off on the beach. And you hear sirens left and right. You see drone coverage. Like there's no police there, but there's a drone up in the sky and they're videoing the guy on the bridge. You see You see passersby yelling and trying to. The one guy jumped out. How about this? We were talking about this.
It was great.
The Muslim jumped out right behind a car. He's a fruit store owner. He's pissed. He said he goes. I knew I was going to die. He goes, I didn't care. I just got to stop this. Jumps out from behind a car and tackles the father. Disarms him, right? Great. And then the father starts to slowly go away. He doesn't shoot the father, which I'm sorry, I would have blasted him.
Yeah.
But he doesn't shoot the father. And then he gets shot from the son up on the bridge. So there's all this back and forth gunfire, and there's more gunfire. And the father runs back up on the bridge, and he reloads. He puts his glasses on because his glasses off. Okay. Oh, they reloaded like 5-10 times. And they're shooting again, and there's no response. I mean, there's nothing. There's no police to be in sight. Then after 25 minutes, you see the father and son come up on fire because a detective actually ran into the park area, hid behind a tree a little bit, and started firing back at the kid with the rifle, son with the rifle. It was lackadaisical. Even the people that were there criticized the police officers. A lot of women.
They were on the ground.
I'm sorry. What the hell's going on? I'm a misogynist. A lot of women officers were there, and a lot of women officers were trying to hold people back and keep everybody safe. Let's not, they're not reacting properly.
Hold me back.
Right. And, maybe, all right, even if you have strict gun laws, you don't have a lot of gun violence. Don't you send your police, your officers and your unit and your squad to get training?
Major case squad.
To get training for this. I mean, just in case.
Yeah.
But obviously they didn't do that. And it was after a while, I mean, people are dead. There's 15 people that are dead, which is insane. But after a while, it was comical watching this. Like, how did they not neutralize this a lot quicker?
How did the father get back after the guy took the gun from him?
He just walked back. He backpedaled. He walked slow.
And the guy, I thought the guy was holding him at gunpoint. The guy
was holding him at gunpoint, but he didn't shoot. He just let the guy go back.
He let him go.
The father went back on the bridge, and then the son actually pegged the guy in the forearm and in the hand. He had surgery, So I mean, listen, kudos to the guy. He didn't have any. He's got no weapons. He's in Australia. He's got fruit in his pockets. What's he gonna throw some grapes at the guy?
Well, the one guy threw the rock.
The one guy threw a stick or a rock at him too. The father was the shooter was backing up, and the one Muslim tackled him, had the rifle in his hand, pointing at and the guy's backing up, and another guy comes running out of nowhere and just like shoots a rock at him, it was like Braveheart. It was like a scene out of Braveheart where they're just hand-to-hand combat, basically, because no one has any weapons.
Yeah. But it just baffles me that this was allowed to go on for as long as it did. There was no response.
What are these sirens? Are these built-in city sirens, like emergency sirens? They were just wailing. There were sirens. Dave, you got to go look at the video. There were sirens going off for 25 minutes. And there's nobody there. Usually when you hear a siren, there's EMTs, there's police, there's fire, there's something. There was nothing. There was a guy with a rock. That's basically it.
Yeah. So Dave, what were your thoughts on this coordinated attack against, the first day of Hanukkah?
Did I just answer that one or no? Kind of. Well, I thought I was going to answer before.
Yeah. Sure. This was disappointing. Very sad.
I'll answer it again in a different way. Yeah. So, my thoughts are that there is a large population that are dangerous in a lot of these countries that we don't know enough about, and it's a complete tragedy. Right. It's a complete tragedy that these people are being killed in open air and open spaces, and no place is safe. That's the bottom line. I don't care, because there's plenty of soft targets that people can attack. I mean, I think about it when I go to like a gym, to the for a youth sports game or a football game, or you sit in the stands at a high school game or something. Like, I mean, there's nobody at those gates checking people. It's not like going to an NFL stadium or a college stadium.
No, it's insulting, Dave. It's insulting. You know who else perished on that beach that day? A husband and wife couple, Holocaust survivors. The husband shielded the wife, and he got shot, and he passed, and the wife survived. Holocaust survivors. So obviously in the 90s.
Oh,
Yeah, they survived. They survived Nazi Germany, Hitler, concentration camps. I mean, literally, they survived
Australia.
They survived the worst of the worst, and then some nutball on a bridge, just for shits and giggles, because his God told him to do it. Takes the husband's life on that, and now the wife, which she'll die right away because she's lost her partner of 70 years or whatever it may be, and they were in the concentration camp together. It's ridiculous.
And then the other tragedy over the weekend, the stabbing of Rob Reiner, legendary actor, producer, director, and his wife by their own son, Nick.
Well, that's accused right now.
I don't get this.
That's accused. That's not a definite.
It's alleged, yeah. But it blows my mind that.
Why would it?
Well, I mean, you wouldn't expect your son to stab you, right?
Oh, if your son has mental issues and he's a heavy drug user, sure.
So he has what mental issues does he have?
He had mental issues. I don't know.
Heavy drug users. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
okay.
Mental issues, heavy drugs. Listen, that's a good combination for you to lose your mind and kill anybody that refuses you to give you money for drugs,
right?
Or maybe insulted you at a party, because that's what it seemed like happened. It was a Conan O'Brien party,
big fight there,
and they had a fight and walked out, and then that was it.
Well, he was walking up to people asking them if they were famous.
Perfect.
That's what he was saying. Are you famous? Are you famous?
Yeah.
And then they got into a very, very long.
Yeah, because he was high.
Loud dispute. But again, I wouldn't have brought him. That's my thing. Why bring the kid? If you know the kid's an asshole, why bring him?
Don't know. Maybe Conan invited him.
You think Conan invited?
Maybe they're neighbors. You know, you're not going to invite the son if you got the husband and wife coming.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. But I mean, this is, it's another unfortunate incident. I liked Rob Reiner.
Oh my God!
I mean,
legendary.
What he produced and what he did throughout his years in Hollywood. I mean, it's insane.
Harry Met Sally.
Yeah, I mean, political views aside, and listen, this guy's funneled a lot of money,
all in the family,
to liberal causes, to be able to sue and investigate on the Russia hoax against Donald Trump. So, and then Trump comes out with the reaction today. I wish he would have pulled it back a little bit. It wasn't necessary. It was insulting, which he's trying to be and all that, and it's because, but the guy didn't like Trump, so Trump doesn't have to like Reiner, but you don't have to wish death or have to. And he said, rest in peace and something tragic, but
that to me is one of those no-nos.
Yeah,
let people die in peace. No matter how you feel about them.
No matter how you do it, it almost looks like you're celebrating it. You're not celebrating it. I mean, nobody wants death. Death is death, man. We don't know what goes on.
I'm sorry. What exactly did he say? Would you?
He said I never liked the guy. Right there. That spot right there is perfect. If you can't talk, if I'm here, you can't talk. Really?
No.
You got to get better equipment.
Okay.
So he said he never liked Rob Reiner. He was really shitty the last few years. He had some success in the past, but bottom line, he didn't want to. He was a Trump syndrome guy, and with all the hoaxes and all the lies against me and how good I've done in the kind of me. That's the only thing.
Wow.
I like the path. I like the business angle. I like the security angle. I like the international. I like all these angles that's coming out from this administration. But he's so full of himself. After a while, it just gets sickening.
To besmirch the guy.
It's not gonna change my opinion on voting for him or change my opinion on what my feelings are about just the country in general. But the guy's just everything is after a while. Come on, I know. Okay, you know what? You're great. Okay, you're awesome. What else do you want me to? Just let's get back to let's get back to reality a little bit.
Dave, what were your thoughts on the Rob Reiner and his wife being stabbed, that incident by their son?
Sad. I think it's sad situation. I mean, no other. it's kids on drugs. I mean,
it's just disturbing. It's very disturbing.
yeah, I look at these things when people are old and this happens to them. I just think to myself, like, Jesus,
Yeah,
people.
he's 78 years old.
You live to 78 years old, and this is how you go out. Like your son.
Yeah, you worked your whole life. You want to be able to like enjoy it, and you think it's going to be a peaceful ending, and maybe be on the sunset, be on the water, something nice. And here you bore a now. Granted, we're assuming that this kid did it, but whatever. You bore a child, you raised this child, you clothed it, fed it, educated it.
Was he the only son?
No, he had
right? Two. Three.
Okay.
3 kids. Okay.
Well, one from his previous marriage.
That's right. Okay. But I mean, you raised this kid. You gave this kid everything.
Yeah.
And the kid comes back because he has an addiction problem, and you're going to go and lose your shit and kill your parents?
Was he living at the house too, or no?
That I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, it was just I was shocking. I was shocked to read about it. The other news is about our favorite place in the world, Chicago. The editorial board of the Washington Post called out our favorite mayor, Mr. Brandon Johnson, Monday, arguing he has mismanaged Chicago to the point the city has financially lost its mind. The board argued that Chicago has used it basically has an extensive history of short-term economic, which they called quote unquote gimmicks, and Johnson and his allies are more of the same. The board said Chicago's net operating budget increased almost 40% between 2019 and 2025, which according to Grant McClintock of the Civic Federation was subsidized in large part by temporary federal pandemic funding that kept the city financially afloat. So I think that's unbelievable. The pandemic's over, but many of the programs and personnel positions established during that time exist. And they don't have now any more federal funding that previously supported them, that relied on the past, and they are in financial peril right now, completely mismanaged by this mayor. And we've talked about the mayor of Chicago. Frank, what are your thoughts on this situation? I mean,
show me a large liberal city that isn't upside down on their finances. I mean, they have to be, especially taking in illegal immigrants over the last 4 years. You don't think that's going to juice that yearly budget up by billions and billions of dollars? I mean, there are no. I would love to have a liberal city that's in the red. Excuse me, in the black.
In the black.
Give me a liberal city that's in the black. There's probably some southern cities that are in the black, or at least close to it. And there's federal funding for everyone.
Yeah.
But bottom line, their expenditures and that's how they handle these social systems. There's so many social systems and aid programs and assistance that they're running themselves ragged. This is the state of Massachusetts is like
Massachusetts is a disaster.
The state just is $4 billion in debt right now. $4 billion. So
Mayor Michelle Wu of Boston I believe is under indictment or under investigation as well. And she had a no white party, which I thought was interesting. But the fact that they relied on money from the pandemic and were able to survive on it for this long. Dave, what are your thoughts on the situation in Chicago financially with, mismanagement of the money, federal funding from COVID being used 6 years after it actually happened, and they're really in financial peril. And Mayor Johnson is to blame. I mean, he's the one who designed this system, and it's clearly not working.
I think Frank said it best. I don't know what's going on in these liberal cities, and they can't succeed. They cannot succeed.
And that's what's going to happen to New York. That's good. That's exactly what's going to happen to New York.
New York is like, I don't know.
Yeah. And so the mayor proposes to increase the tax on the lease of personal property, like computers, vehicles, and software from 11% to 14%, and to bring back the city's head tax, which would result in large employers paying $33 an hour per worker per month.
Yeah, that'll work.
Would you you paying $33?
I fully endorse that.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to see it work.
Yeah. You want to see it work.
I want to see it work.
Yeah. It's just unbelievable that they've gotten to this point. Chicago is going underwater, and they need a bailout. They need help. And obviously, Trump's not going to give it to them. But I agree with what you said. You look at the Democrats, the liberal cities.
It's a scam.
They're
It's a scam.
apart.
It's a whole scam.
No, I call them grifters.
And listen,
They're grifters.
there's Republican scams out there too. There's Republican grifters. There's whoever you want to find. It's there. You can see it. But the problem is, it's right in front of their face. It's not covered up, and they're still denying it.
Even trying to hide.
You've got what's going on in Minnesota with Waltz. What's going on with the Somalis who embezzled billions of dollars of U.S. money that was during the COVID that was supposed to go to feed kids,
and Ukraine.
Okay, now did you hear this one, Dave? Let me bring this one up here. Keith Ellison, the Attorney General there in Minnesota, good guy, and so his son sits on the Minneapolis City Council. Okay. He gets $110,000 salary and $57,000 living expense stipend from the council while he's attending university at Harvard.
Wow. So
he's going to Harvard. He's getting paid to be on the council, which he's not there most of the time because he's at Harvard. And they're giving him a stipend to survive his time at Harvard of $57,000. So how is that not visible to the public? And the public should be irate. The public should be losing their minds that this is happening. And he's getting grant money from Harvard.
Yeah.
So, the scams are endless. The involvement is endless. And it seems to me...
We got to come up with one.
We should. It seems to me that most politicians run for politics not because they care about the people they represent. They care about the financial benefits that they can reap while being in office. That's it. I don't care who you say.
That's all that counts.
You could bring anybody's name up. You could listen. Ted Cruz can talk all he wants till he's red in the face. That dude is there to make money. He's there to make money by his office. He talks a big game. All these guys talk a big game. Lindsey Graham. I'll go to the Republican side. Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham is the biggest talker there is in the Republican Party about what we should do and what I know and what I'm going to do, and it does nothing.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that bankroll increases.
Yeah.
Not by $180,000 or whatever he's paid, $200, whatever the hell they make. I'm sure that's the sole source of income.
Yeah.
So all these guys, and listen, the left is worse because the left lives on social programs. So they know how to milk social programs. They know how to milk city programs. They know how to milk state programs. They know how to milk it better than farmers know how to milk cows for milk. They've been living off the government teat, for decades.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And so but when you go and you vote everyone out. Yeah. I don't care what it is. Vote everyone out, but vote smartly. Don't vote party line. Vote for what you think you if you're a flaming liberal and you got sparks shooting out of your ass, I don't care. Vote for whoever you want. Vote for the most vote for AOC and Mamdani and Ilhan Omar and call it a night. Yeah. Okay. But if you're a sensible person, and as you get a little bit older, you do get a little bit more conservative because you want to protect your wealth, you want to protect your family. Okay, so vote a little more conservative. Start to look up what these people represent and what they're saying, what they're doing. See if they're two-faced. See if they say one thing and then they say another. See where their finances are, because you can look up a lot of that online, and find out to make the best judgment possible on who you really feel you need and you want to have you represent in Congress for the American people and for yourself, directly for yourself too. Do it for yourself. I'm fucking pissed.
Dave, do you agree?
Well said.
Yeah. Okay. Erica Kirk announced on Monday she had a productive conversation with Candace Owens, signaling a possible thaw in their rift following the weeks of public tension in the wake of Charlie Kirk's assassination. They're supposed to have a discussion about his assassination, I believe, on one of her shows. So that was a big deal.
If I could say something about that too, I don't like that either.
You don't.
I don't like it at all. All I see is two power hungry broads getting together, and they're going to join their
Erica Kirk's power hungry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who's going to be on with again? Say it again.
Candace Owens.
She's going to be on Candace Owens shows. I thought they don't get along.
They don't. That's why I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying, Dave.
Had their first productive.
She was friends with her husband, campaigned with her husband, went around and did a lot of shows. But then all of a sudden they had a falling out. Yeah. Because I think Candace Owens lost her mind. Okay. So
she has.
Which usually happens.
Right. So now Erica Trump and Candace, and she talked about Charlie Kirk big time, and she insulted Erica and the Turning Point because she said that they had some kind of involvement in her husband's death. Yeah, she's blaming people.
Being very radical.
So now I think they had a meeting, and now all of a sudden they're chummy. No, they had a meeting and said, "Listen, let's put this thing to work. You got 10 million followers. I got 10 million followers.
Let's make
Instead of having the followers be against each other, let's bring them all together and let's make money off of them." I think that's what it is.
You think it's all about making money?
Everything in this world is about making money.
Yeah, that's true.
Everything in this. If it wasn't, that everybody would open up their homes to all these people right now that don't have a place to live. You would take in homeless people on the streets. You would take in drug addicts on the streets. You would take in immigrants that are coming over here in this country that need a place to stay. If it wasn't about money, you do it because you know why?
Dogs.
Because if you take these people in your home, what do you need to keep these people in your home? Fucking money.
Yeah, right.
And you can't burn it. Right. So every decision in life is about money.
Yeah, but even if you had money, you wouldn't want your house filled with people that you don't know.
No, but I would take some of my money and try to help. And whatever. But it's got to be something structured and organized because I can't. Again, I am like what this government is turning out to be. I need to vet people. I'm not just going to take some guy off the street and bring him into my home because I care for the safety of my citizens in my house.
Yes. Dave, what are your thoughts on this? They had their rift. They had a discussion today. It was productive, and she's going to talk about the assassination on Candace Owens, her show, which was quite shocking to me.
I actually another time amazing, Frank. You're on a streak. I agree with Frank. I can't judge Erica Kirk. Because she grieves, everyone grieves differently. But
I don't think she's money hungry. You said everyone's money hungry.
But Steve, in a month, I don't know how long it's been. 2 months since Charlie Kirk's assassination.
3
months. She's organized the entire system of Turning Point, which she had no direct involvement in before. She was a mother at home and let her kids on. In 3 months,
she took it over.
She has personally taken over the entire thing and is directing hundreds of colleges of these and using people to help her. But now she's the head of the snake.
She's directing traffic. She's directing tracker. I agree. I agree. But I also agree. We were talking about ICE and everything. I believe what David said. I think ICE should just turn to Muslims. Let's just get rid of them. I don't want to.
We just had a statement by Dave saying 90% of the Muslim population is probably a peaceful population.
So you can't trust
I understand
You don't
that.
know who's who.
I understand
Get rid of them
that.
all.
No, I right now what I feel there should be a moratorium. There should be a halt.
You have to vet them.
Yeah,
Right.
but it takes too long to vet them.
Vet them.
We should have a halt.
We don't vet the illegals. Just put them on the plane and send them to Angola. That's what I think.
No, right now we should have if you already have papers to come into this country as an Arab, that's fine. I think we need to put a halt right now on Arab immigration across the board until we can figure this shit out.
Yeah.
Well, how are we going to vet each person correctly? That's all. And then inside this country, you don't want to violate civil rights. You don't want to violate the Constitution. But bottom line, we need to vet every person with any tie to a Muslim. Yeah. Oh, without a doubt. But I mean, we've got to know. We've got to have some kind of information on every person here in this country that has any sort of ties to either the religion or to a group, to an active group.
Yeah, because it's so dangerous right now. I heard on a podcast that, someone was talking about the KKK.
Yeah.
They've been around for 150 years.
Sure.
And they get a tax exemption because they're considered a religious group.
Sure.
And that's how America works.
If that's true, if we allow that, that's true. They get a tax break.
That is true. Yes.
So then I'm going to go put a sheet on my head right now tomorrow. I'm going to march down the street and I'm going to get a tax break.
I'm dead serious.
Bullshit.
Look it up. I'm dead serious.
The KKK gets a tax break.
They get a tax exemption for being a non-profit.
So they're a church. They're the church of racists. The Church of Latter-day Racists.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Dave, have you ever heard of the Church of Latter-day Racists?
I heard it. I
never heard of that.
I heard it on a podcast the other night.
Does the KKK get a tax exemption? Let's see here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
The National Ku Klux Klan organization does not have tax exempt status. The IRS revoked the second iteration of the Klan's tax exemption in the 1940s for failing to pay $685,000 in taxes, a move that contributed to its temporary disbandment. However, the current situation regarding various splintered groups is more complex. The modern KKK is not a single unified organization, but rather is comprised of numerous smaller, independent, and often conflicting groups. The IRS cannot deny tax exempt status based solely on an organization viewpoint due to the First Amendment protection.
Correct.
Some white supremacist hate groups have obtained tax exempt status by registering as social welfare organizations, a 501c. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Or educational charities.
Yeah.
So this sounds like really the KKK are Somalis.
Yeah. They are.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So the Somalis and the KKK are the same.
Yeah.
So it's not about color.
Yeah.
It's about how you can defraud a government.
You can hate the blacks and you can be a 501c and get taxes. Can you be a 501c?
Apparently it can be whatever I want to be. Remember, I can identify as anything I want to identify as right now. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, right. Dave, what do you think about that? The KKK getting tax exemptions and being considered.
I identify as a Klingon.
Let me do that thing with the fingers, Dave. Hold on. I think I could do it if I put them apart like that. There you go. Peace. I come in peace. Yeah. Oh, you can do that. You're fucking talented. I got a broken pinky. I can't do it.
He is.
That is talented right there.
He is. It's very difficult to do.
You have 6% Klingon.
Well, that's because he was good at giving the shocker.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
2 of the pink one in this thing.
Right. There you go.
Yeah,
good
the
call.
shocker was a good one.
Good call.
Yeah. No, I mean, I try to bring something to the.
You do. You bring a lot to the table.
Yeah. At least you haven't walked off the show yet, so that's positive.
Yeah.
We still have 20 minutes.
Do you want me to walk off the show? I mean, is that prudent? I mean, I can walk off the show if you want me to. I don't want to walk off.
I wonder if there was a ratings boost or bust once you walked off. Like,
I'm sure the ratings went through the roof.
20%.
I'm sure the viewership went through the roof.
Comments just started flowing in.
Yeah, everyone loved
it. Joe D's face was hilarious when that happened.
Yeah.
Dave, they were sending in comments. Like, finally, this guy's off the air. Thank God.
It's about time.
What do we have to do to get this guy off?
About time.
Christy chimed in.
I'm sure Chris D went off, and I'm sure he tore me to shreds. I'm thrilled.
No, he said, "Oh wow."
Yeah, yeah,
That's what it takes to get Steve to walk off the show.
yeah, yeah. Chris D pays attention. He's very astute. But overall,
No, go back to Erica Kirk thing really quickly and Candace.
Yeah. That blew me away.
I get why Eric Kirk wants to do it, but to me, Candace would have had to come a little bit further with some sanity before I would sit down with her, like publicly,
right? And trust her.
To trust her, right? I would have said, listen, Candace, if you want me to come and speak with you, like you either have to I'm not saying to apologize, but like you need to retract some of your crazy statements about what happened in the, because all these things she said were all redacted. They were all like ludicrous, off the wall, out of line, completely unfounded.
There's nothing to support it. Yeah, nothing to support it.
She said some of these crazy things about like the guy standing next to her who turned out to be his security, the hand signals and all this nonsense. To me, Candace Owens either
sounds like a liberal.
Yeah, she's gone up. She's so far, her and nutty Nick Fuentes and nutty Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson is a little bit less, but off the rails. I mean, off the rails. It's almost like they don't even know what to do with themselves. They just got to come up with more and more nonsense. The sky's falling here. It must be this organization causing it, and everything is the everything is the Mossad. Everything. Mossad.
I've heard that somewhere before.
Oh, you want Tyler?
No,
I can get Tyler to come back.
My thing is, Dave. Dave, I think the reason for that is simple. The reason for Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens is they need ratings. Yes, they have followers.
I agree.
I think it's shock value. They need ratings. They have to boost to bring in more subscribers, more listeners, more
credibility. Though, when you
do
everything now, Tucker still gets all these guests because he's higher up on the food chain. I would say.
Yeah, he's been there long enough.
He's still got a name.
He's been there long enough.
Yeah. But like these other guys. They just end up getting more left wing. I don't know.
Is Tucker really to the left now? Like more
very left. Right. They're so far to the right. They're
militants. They're militants to the right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then what's Hannity?
But I don't want to go as far as to say Nazi Germany, right? But like they're on their way.
But it's like Alex Jones. Remember Alex Jones when he said, he was great. What was the shooting? It was a fallacy.
It was fake,
These parents are grieving. They lost their children. It's a fallacy. It's all a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Shut the hell up. But that's done for ratings.
The documentary on him was amazing.
Where they go off the rails and they go too far. That everything, like, to me, it's just like when I hear everything is racist, everything is this, everything. Anytime it's over and over again, it's everything. Everything is just one. We're blaming one group of secret soldiers from Israel for everything in the last 100 years. Like they were like they're that powerful that they've outplotted the American government for 100 years. I mean, come on, that's absurd. It's like, I mean, maybe is the Mossad actually AI that they're outwitting everybody? Maybe that's what it is.
They could be right now.
Well, maybe now all of it is AI. Who knows? They're all just
out. We're all in the Matrix.
Yeah, we're definitely in the Matrix, unfortunately.
But I mean, overall, what a tragic weekend. I mean, I was
Very
just blown
tragic.
away by the day after day, the shootings that happened, and Brown University in Australia. I mean, and then Rob Reiner on top of it. Like, why? Like, when does this country come together and, preach love
Never
and
come
hope?
together again. Never.
Love and hope.
I mean, when is enough enough? Isn't there enough death? Like,
No,
it's
death
ridiculous.
Death occurs every day.
Yeah, but not shootings like this.
Used to
Every
face
day.
repercussions.
Every day. We're talking about
Timothy McVeigh served endless life.
Timothy McVeigh is dead.
Yeah, I'm saying he served endless lifetime on death row forever and ever and ever. Like like these people. When you see this stuff, it's because people are empowered to be like, I'm not going to get convicted. I'm going to have a country club jail. I don't care.
Oh, that's why. Yeah.
Think about what if the guy who killed the CEO of the healthcare company? I mean.
Yeah. Well,
He's a star.
he had CTE.
Women want to throw themselves at him.
Yeah.
I mean, all I had to do is commit.
Yeah, he gets a lot of letters.
Commit crimes to get girls. That would have been really easy. I mean, that's what it was.
I mean, you don't think that it's enough will be enough? Like,
no.
With these shootings and everything, that it's going to finally come to a head, and people are going to say enough is enough, and we're going to stop.
No.
It's just going to get worse.
In this country, you can't, because the one issue that's happened over the last 30 to 40 years is a mental imbalance. We have a mental
health crisis
in this country. I hate saying health crisis. We have a mental imbalance.
It's
imbalanced. We are imbalanced in our thought process because we are easily influenced now. The internet has allowed people to be easily influenced.
Well, you watch TikTok.
I watch all of it, but some guy dancing in a thong who thinks he's a girl, right, with a bulge in his pants, is not going to convince me that he's a fucking girl. Okay, see, that's the thing. I don't have a mental imbalance.
Oh,
but many people have a mental imbalance because they believe in this shit.
It's a girl,
right? I don't care.
Weak-minded. They're so weak-minded that everything affects them.
Yes.
Everything bothers them.
Yes.
Everything is Chicken Little. The world, what was he used to run around saying? The world's coming to an end. There's everything is that
something like that.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much.
Chicken Little, I think, would go. The sky is falling, or the world is ending.
Oh, you're right. Yes.
He'll fire in the theater. He's a fire in the theater guy.
Yeah, it's rampant though. It's rampant. It's
just getting worse though. That's my point.
Internet, social media. So listen, AI is really the counter to social media. If you think about it,
AI is
it's the anti.
Because they can control it. Right. Yeah, it can be controlled. Yeah,
the AI is in control. You're not in control. The AI is in control.
Yeah.
Social media empowered the people to have opinions.
I hate social media. I think social media should go away.
That's why you have AI now, because the people don't know how to control all that power within themselves. It's sad because you have a level of freedom, if you think about it, because of
we all do. Yeah.
So that most people haven't had before. Like, let's use.
But that's what I hate, Dave.
Let's use sports coaching. A guy driving a truck can go and get himself a college degree. Never played a down of football, watch endless YouTube videos, read endless football manuals, go be a GA, go be a volunteer assistant,
be a
10 years
assistant.
to be a head coach. If he's willing to put in the work and learn the knowledge, because
Mike McDaniel, he was a football nerd, football junkie. He wasn't some player.
The information is all out there and shareable to give you every piece of tool for free, by the way, to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
So that is technically quote unquote empowered you, but what it did is made a lot of people lose their mind.
Oh, yes, I have someone who believes that 95% of people in this country are willfully ignorant. They don't want
They've lost their
knowledge.
minds. They've lost their minds.
They don't do anything to learn. They don't read. They don't look at any of the news, the real news, and try to better themselves.
Too much education is not good.
No, not too much, but he's saying
Well,
they're willfully ignorant, and that's why people.
The problem is what the education is. It's what are we doing? What are we teaching kids in the prison that is their school? Okay, like are they getting to where they need to be? Is there a level of individualization to it? Is there?
They don't, it's indoctrination. They don't have creative
They're
thinking.
preparing you to work in a factory. That's what they're preparing you to do.
Correct. That's what
get a job.
He said. They're preparing a bunch of robots.
My problem with education is this: the overly educated become arrogant.
Yes, they do.
become arrogant, and they think that they're much better than most everyone in their presence.
And solve the world's problems. They think they all.
And that overeducation and that arrogance is what turns people off, and it's what creates a divide in education.
I tell my son all the time, because he's just like a lot of the other kids at this age, and all the way up to even like Frank's son's age. Okay, their first reaction when you get on them is not anything other than this. You're
picking on me.
Mean.
Yeah, you're picking on me. You're being mean.
I hate those 3 words, or I guess it's really technically 4 words, but you are being mean. But I hate that. I hate that. Yeah. My whole thing is, do you understand what the world is going to be to you if you think I'm being mean? Like, I care about you. Like, other people don't even care about you. If you think I'm being mean, like, so, but that is, I mean, it's all kids. Like, they all get it. Kids don't make things up. They get it from other kids, right? Things like that.
Right.
And that's what happens. It's a culture of people thinking that other people are being mean to them. Yes. I want the world to be fair. The world is completely unfair.
It doesn't give a fucking fuck.
Fair.
Yeah, they don't care.
People don't understand. Yeah, it's unfair.
There's zero.
Mom Donnie will make it fair.
Well, yeah, with the free house,
we'll be even across the board.
We can't play.
I mean, yes, I know you guys only got one piece of bread today, but don't worry, it's fair. Everyone got one piece of bread today.
One burrito per person, please.
You're making fun because I had a burrito.
You drove up in a Porsche today. Yeah, well, the government got me that.
Funded by the state.
Yeah, Hillary got me that. Yeah,
I'm pulling in extra overtime with the state, and they're going to give me that car.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yes. Now you have a Lamborghini. It's very stressful being the mayor. Yeah.
So Troy's first words are, "You're being mean. You're being
mean." But
but
if you get on them, I'm telling you that's they all think that way.
Why are you being mean?
Well, maybe I am mean sometimes.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
That's your job. You're a father.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to take your shit just because you don't want to do something. Like, how about this? Kids have to get up on their ass and do something. Like, listen, the 2 biggest problems for the generation that is probably 25 to babies now. 2 things. Social media, video games. 1 and 2, they consume all their time and screw their mind. 1 and 2. And guess what? You're not I don't give a shit how good a parent you are. I'm the greatest parent ever. And I don't have my kid play video games. No problem. He's sneaking them on the side. Trust me. He's playing them in the fucking school. He's playing them somewhere. Okay. You think he ain't, like the rare kid. And that's the difference. That's what happens to so many of these kids. They have to fight through that. Literally.
Oh. Cutler, that's a nice leather jacket.
Thank you.
It's got a cool leather jacket. Looks like Elvis.
Steve, did you ever have a leather jacket like Cutler?
I did. I did. Yeah, I did.
The cow wasn't big enough for the Steve.
I did. It was very, very wide.
There's no way they could get that leather out. They had to put 2 cows together.
Did you do any Greek lightning dances?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All the time.
Yeah, baby.
I love it. And
were you more like when you wore a leather jacket? Were you more like the Fonz, or were you more like John Travolta?
Neither. He was John Candy.
He was more like Big Pussy.
John Candy.
Big Pussy. He'd have that big leather jacket on in The Sopranos. Yeah, Big Pussy.
Oh, yes.
Big
That was
pussy,
the character from The Sopranos. He wasn't calling you a big.
Yeah. The informant. Yeah. I'm an informant. Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm just commenting on the size of the jacket. That's all.
The size of the jacket. Yeah, it was a big size. I still own it. I don't wear it. I have a trench coat too. I want to wear a trench coat.
I have a trench coat.
That would put you in stalker status. I wouldn't wear a trench coat if I were you.
You shouldn't wear. You shouldn't, because if you started walking around as big as you are with a trench coat, big tall guy.
Yeah.
They might just jump you just because they would wonder.
I have a trench coat.
Not if they knew I was gay. No. I think they'd be okay with that.
No.
If I was gay, I don't think.
If you wore a rainbow colored one.
Yeah, I'd get a red one.
Less threatening. Yeah. Actually, that would probably give you a better opportunity to be more dangerous, though, if you wore like a rainbow.
It would be.
No one would respect you.
I think that the homosexuality would protect me. I mean, it'd be like my shield.
If you wore a trench coat, they would have to call you the fugitive. The man with one leg.
Yes, yeah. It was one arm, but okay, one leg.
You're the new. Hey, listen, they did a new Predator. I mean, they could do a new Fugitive.
Yeah, it could be a remake.
It could be you.
Yeah, I hope so. But yeah, I would be, less threatening being a homosexual. I think the gayness.
I disagree.
The gayness would protect me.
If you walked into a bathhouse, those gays would be very afraid of you.
No, they love bears.
Oh no,
they love bears. I think you're wrong.
No, I think no.
So you're saying in the gay community I wouldn't be attractive?
Stranger danger. Stranger. Is that what it is?
And you have to call yourself Bubba. That would have to be your nickname.
Bubba. No, that's too generic.
That'd be good, because you come into the bathroom, you're like, Bubba's here, and all of them would be like,
hey fellas, Bubba's here.
No. Bubba is too generic. I would need something really like tougher.
Yeah.
Like Charmin.
Charmin.
I would be Charmin.
That would be perfect.
Here comes Charmin.
I can't wait till Sherman sticks his nose in my ass cheek.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait.
Get your baby wipes out.
That's right.
Can't wait for that Blumpkin. Can't wait for it.
Call yourself dude wipes.
Can't wait for the Blumpkin.
The dude wipes.
Yep. And the Cleveland Steamers. Those are good too. So
the show goes downhill.
No, it's just again. I just. To recap, just horror.
We're not insinuating. I mean, we're not saying you're gay.
Yeah, you are. It's okay.
Oh, right,
yeah,
that's true.
I'm gay. I'm as gay as they come.
Does Frank agree that social media and games are the worst thing for?
Social media is the worst.
Next week, you're going to see his intro. We are the greatest podcast from New Jersey to New York to Vermont. To Maine. This is Bubba.
No, it's a Sherman.
I'm Bubba Cully.
I'm Sherman. I'm here for you.
I'm Bubba Sherman.
I'm Sherman. No, listen, it's okay. I mean, the being
you give it in. It's okay now.
Yeah. It's okay. Yeah. I mean, you just got to accept it. I can't fight it. I can't fight it.
We beat it into him, Dave. We beat it into him.
I mean, you believe it.
My snooker. I love wrestling.
Maybe maybe a dick in the ass feels good. Who knows?
I set his alarm clock, Dave, off of his phone now. When it rings in the morning, it just goes gay, gay, gay.
So I'm being indoctrinated into homosexuality. No, I mean, people always wonder, maybe a cock in your ass feels good.
Yeah, you made a nice entrance.
Maybe in your mouth it feels good.
Sure.
You don't know.
It's good.
Until you try it.
It's a wholesome show. We've gone.
I'm just being honest. Yeah. How do you know?
How do you know? You can identify.
You don't know if you
like can do whatever you want in your life.
You can identify however you want to identify.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of this world.
Yeah, that is a beauty.
You could be on Rebel Republic and be a little bit on the fruity side.
I'm Steve Cully, the greatest cocksucker in the universe.
Well, no, I wouldn't blow. I don't like blow. I wouldn't blow. I would like them. I don't want to give them.
Bubba, they would take care of you. Don't worry. They would make you do things.
No. I would be a pitcher, not a catcher, and I'm not blowing people.
That's what they all say.
No, you get a choice.
Yeah,
you get a choice.
Oh yeah, you had a choice.
You do. You have choices.
Yep.
If Steve was cast in like one of these, you ever see the movie Blood In, Blood Out? You ever see that movie?
No.
About the Mexican gangs in like L.A. And the one guy is they called him Blanco. He was like I think he was half Mexican, half white, but he grew up in the barrio, and he goes to jail. He becomes the most dangerous guy, even though he's originally not accepted because he's really more white. Right. He is white. But when he first goes to jail, the guy who's the head of the Aryan Nation in jail, like tries to befriend him, and he like
protection. Yeah.
He will not befriend him, but like he makes him like try to conform, and he tries to make him do like a sexual act on him. Blanco kills him, so kills the guy. But I envisioned like if Steve went to jail, he's so tall and big, like, and he's got a bald head. He might be the head of the you might end up having a lot of power. You might have be the head of the like Aryan Nation.
I don't have a bald head.
I don't know if you would qualify because you're half Lebanese, right?
Even they don't know that. My last name's Cully. They would never know. And I would have a lot of power. So maybe I should go out and commit a shooting. Yeah, maybe I should just commit a crime. Just bomb something. I think maybe that'd be great. Because I'll have a great life in prison, I'll
you'd be in charge. Place. You'd be in charge.
Yeah, the COs will bow down to me. So, what are you gonna do? But like,
has everybody met the gay Lebanese guy in prison?
the gay Lebanese guy?
Yeah.
Why does it have to be Lebanese?
Blanco.
I'm American.
Blanco. You're white. You're half white.
I'm
half
Lebanese. We're calling you Blanco.
No, I'm Charmin.
Falafel.
I'm Charmin.
Half Lebanese.
I'm Charmin. Listen. I'd be an amazing gay man. I think I'd do great.
Shawarma.
I'd please so many people, and then I would get a lot of pleasure.
They would call you Papa Smurf. No. They would call him hummus.
Papa Smurf.
Hummus. Yeah, you're hummus.
You think that's funny?
You're the best. You're the best.
Hummus is one of my favorite things, dude. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, you're good at hummers. You're the best half Lebanese blowjob expert in prison.
I don't want to give hummers. I'll take them. I want to receive them. I don't want to give them.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't get a choice. Okay.
All right. Back to reality.
All right. Well, anyway, it's just a tragic weekend. This has been a banner Rebel Republic, and
went off the rails.
Just comment. Let me know if I'm gay.
What else cures tragedy but laughter?
Yeah, I just want to know.
A little laughter.
Let me know
if there's anything wrong with it. Remember that
Yeah,
from
well,
Seinfeld?
I mean,
Not to get
yeah,
any wrong with it.
there's some wrong with it, but just let me know if I'm gay or not. I'd love to know.
I don't
Help
think
me
we
out.
could do that kind of comedy, and well, I guess we're doing it right now. But I
Well, I'm confused. I'm just confused. That's
Usually-
all.
Seinfeld,
When it's right here, Steve, usually you're gay.
Well, you have the microphone right there too. But no, I mean, I
not
need
that
help.
there's anything wrong with it.
I think I'm confused about my sexuality. So if anyone can help me out, please just message me.
You remember that Seinfeld episode where like they were?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
couldn't-
There's anything wrong with that. Yeah, I know.
You couldn't do that anymore. They did that
No,
in the
you
90s.
could.
You never
You
did.
could. Larry David did on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
He did an episode like
he did
that.
a similar. Yeah, he did a similar episode like that.
Steve is gay like Muslims pray 5 times a day.
Not 7 times actually.
7.
Yeah,
Holy
Muslims play. Yeah, they.
That's 5.
No, it's 7.
Well,
you got to play 7 times.
Well, that increases your gayness.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. So I can dress differently. I can wear the leather jacket.
Now, Frank, what's going to happen? Steve's already mad at me, and now I'm over here laughing. Now he's going to be even more mad at me.
I can just be who I am. You know, it's great.
I can't do this anymore.
It's great. I can be all I want to be and more. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So
Isn't that the recruit? Isn't that the Army thing? Be all you can be.
no, but I can be what I want to be.
Oh,
you know,
yeah, sure.
I don't have to,
Everybody should be what they
I don't
want
have
to be.
to hide anymore.
The time is now. You can
Yeah,
identify.
doesn't feel good?
I don't have to hide it anymore. I don't have to hide it.
You're the first gay podcaster.
No, there's plenty of gay podcasts.
There's plenty of gay podcasters.
It's good though. It's good. I don't have to hide. I can be who I am.
Steve, I'll tell you this: if you actually really were gay,
Yeah, I am.
Numbers
that
would
would
go up.
probably work to your favor in the conservative movement as a podcaster. You'd be like Dave Rubin.
Yeah, exactly. There's not a lot of gay people in the conservative movement.
That must have been a tight closet you came out of.
Tight closet. Oh, we could go.
Little tight there. Little tight there.
No,
You, the leather jacket.
no. I brought. Listen, I broke through the closet.
Right now,
I didn't come out of it. I
not a
broke-
lot of
I
air in
busted
there.
through it. I busted through the closet and said, "Who I am."
Frank in high school must have been brutal on people. Could you imagine Frank as your buddy in high school if he found something he could come at you with?
I love how he said. I love how he says he has empathy. Zero empathy. Zero.
Dave, I was a comedy club owner for 5 years.
Zero.
Oh yeah, that's
I
great.
used to MC shows.
Yes, he did.
Did you ever go on stage yourself?
Yeah. Always.
Not for any longer than 10 minutes. Just an MC part. You know,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
bring in the act. They're not there to see me.
He was good. He was very good.
Yeah.
It was good. All right. So for the voice of reason,
That's me. That's me.
Coach Schumann, who wants to go, and me, and I think I'm going to go to a brothel on my way home. Hopefully, I can stop at a brothel or a bathhouse. You know, do a little,
In Utica.
a little. Yeah, I want a little of this, a little of that. You know,
The Turkish bathhouse.
I'll just get a nice Uber.
What do you want? A cup of soup in Utica?
Have you ever seen? I had to say, I don't know how we feel about this. Have you ever seen these Turkish bathhouses?
Yeah,
I've never been inside, but I've people have said,
I'd love to go to a nice sauna. Oh,
They look.
They're beautiful.
Guys come out of there like refreshed.
Yeah,
They are.
The only one I saw was
the Russian and Turkish bathhouses.
Was Keanu Reeves in what's the movie where he's a hitman? Love that movie. This is sequels, 4 sequels. What's it called?
I don't like any.
Come on, those are great. And he in the original one, he actually chased down a Russian mobster's son who killed his dog. Chased him down in the bathhouse. So that's my only introduction. That's the only time I've ever seen a Russian bath. It looked good.
They're very
John Wick.
They're very pleasurable.
Yes,
they're very pleasurable.
You seen John Wick? You've seen John Wick?
No,
haven't you?
No. Yeah, I have, but I never really got into it.
Didn't take.
Yeah,
dude, I love. That's.
I heard they're great, but I never sat down. I mean, I was a huge I liked Keanu for a long time.
I do too. I mean,
you know why I like it?
Hot.
I like John Wick because there's no empathy. John Wick.
John Wick has
He
no
just
empathy.
kills everybody. He doesn't give a shit.
Oh, he doesn't give a shit.
There's no empathy.
Tony Soprano at least had empathy.
Tony had empathy, you know. I mean,
He
if-
banged a lot of women.
Yeah, she was up. He was empathetic for a little while, you know.
Yeah.
Then you got to go.
Then you gotta go. So,
But
yeah.
he didn't like gay people.
No, well, you can't be gay.
When
Stu
Vito was sucking on the
poor
Johnny
Vito.
cakes.
He was in New
He
Hampshire.
was, yeah, well,
He was loving life,
that explains everything.
and
He also stopped his daughter from dating the African American guy. Remember that?
Yeah, so he was pissed about that. Yeah, definitely some racism. You
Oh,
can't,
you're talking about Tony?
can't have it, huh? Yeah, Tony. Yeah, Tony.
Oh,
yeah,
well,
no,
he was arrogant though.
you can't have a Moon John dating your daughter. I mean, that's
Yeah, but the kid was arrogant. I didn't
yeah,
like him.
no, without a doubt, he was a radical. He was another one. They should have deported him too.
Yeah, but I mean, Tony's daughter bothered me.
Yeah.
You know,
You didn't like her?
Jamie Lynn Sigler. No, I didn't like her attitude.
You like
and-
her in Entourage when she was Turtle's girlfriend?
no, I did. I liked her there. I didn't like AJ Soprano. I thought he was just a waste.
Yeah, the
of
son
money.
was a turd.
Kid? Is that the kid?
AJ. Yeah, he shouldn't have been in the show.
He should have. He should have. They just should have done something different with him because he was a turd.
They can't write for everyone. There's
Well,
too many
they have to-
characters.
Favorite side? Who's your favorite side character?
The one the one that Tony dated that killed herself from the car dealership.
Oh, that's
Threw the London broil at his head.
yeah. I forgot what her
I
real
loved
name
her.
is. Yeah.
I loved her. She
Yeah,
was
she's-
awesome.
She
was
What was
awesome.
her name? I know her name.
You don't know her name. She
I
threw
do.
the London
No, I do.
broil at her head.
Yeah. My favorite character
Christopher was my was my
was
regular.
Nah, he's a cokehead. Didn't like him.
That's why I liked
That
him.
was
Nah.
the skinny
He was
guy
great.
who was like one of his henchmen.
Yeah, I liked him. He was great at
Two
doing
guys.
drugs.
Two guys. Either Tony's consigliere.
Well, that's how he is in real life.
I love that. Yeah,
Steven Van
right.
Zandt.
Steve Van Zandt. I love that. But also Furio. Furio was the strong arm brought in from Italy.
But
Brought
he,
in from Italy.
but
Loved
he
him.
had an affair with Carmela.
a
Psychological
psychological affair. Yeah, no,
Yes,
that doesn't matter.
Yeah, that doesn't
No.
matter. Okay. All right. Well, so Dave, great. Let's go. And just remember, when life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Just take 2 oranges and boy, we're going to shove them up my ass. Oh,